right, guys, welcome in here. It's another edition of the Joe Raineri Show, brought to you by our good friends at paperhead.com, where what are you waiting for? It is not too late for you to join the billion-dollar industry known as the sports betting industry, and as it grows, so do the opportunities for you guys to go into business for yourself. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to own your own book, operate your own book, well, it's a hell of a lot easier than you guys think with our good friends over at Pay Per Head. And if you're a little bit old-fashioned and you know what, you want options, you'd like to go a little line shopping tonight for this Monday Night Football travesty that we are going to be forced to watch, well, then maybe you guys want to consider our friends over at uwager.lv. It's all about having options. Guys, the more options you have, the better off you have of getting the right number. And after all, what do I always say? You guys are betting numbers. You're not betting teams. Don't give a shit that it's Mitchell Trubisky and Case Keenum tonight. The only thing I care about is getting the right number. And how do you do that? Well, you need options, and it starts by having an offshore that you can rely upon, and nobody better than our good friends over at uwager.lv. 1-800-UWAGER. The code is JRS50. That code, JRS50. Get your 100% deposit bonus match right now, meaning you put in $50, they match 50. Put in 100, they match 100. You get the idea there. 1-800-UWAGER. Just give them the code JRS50. They'll get you set up. Some of the best customer service that there is in the game over at UWager. All right, welcome in. Happy Monday. Certainly hope it was a profitable weekend for you guys. It was awesome weekend. College football, upsets galore. Yesterday it was all about the dogs. Dogs are 9-6 thus far in week 3 of the NFL season. It started with Jacksonville on Thursday, and it just rolled over into yesterday. How about them Giants, huh? The Giants winning outright. How about the Houston Texans as an underdog winning outright on the road? The New Orleans Saints doing something nobody's been able to do in the Pete Carroll era. That is beat the Seattle Seahawks on the road in Seattle. 12th man my ass. Where were you yesterday? Didn't make a damn bit of difference. New Orleans cashes in as an underdog, and the list just goes on, guys. It's all about Dog City, and the big question, of course, tonight is, will another dog win? The Washington Redskins getting absolutely zero, and I mean zero love here tonight in this game against the Chicago Bears. Now, Chicago Bears have a couple of interesting things going on with them. Number one, defense, Super Bowl caliber. Nobody's going to argue with the fact that Chicago's defense is just lights out, right? Nobody's going to argue with that fact. The problem is, it's great to have a really, really, really good defense to fall back on, but the only problem is if they're always out on the damn field because you can't score any points or move down the damn field, well, then what we're ultimately going to get is a situation like we did last week in Denver, where you got to hope and pray field goals are missed, guys going for 2, and then you've got to rely on a kicker to win it for you in the end, and that's no way to live. But that's the life of a Chicago Bear right now, and a Chicago Bear fan, because Mitch Trubisky, here's the problem with Mitch. And this line continues to move up, guys. Opened up about 4 earlier in the week. It's been pushed up 4.5, 5, 5.5. I have a feeling this line is going to go to 6 before it is all said and done, which is, again, why I would encourage you guys to go ahead and, offer up, get that account rolling over at UWager. I have seen 6s today, and every time they do, they get bet back down to 5.5. But the more options you have, the better off it is. I do think it's going to continue to bounce up as more and more people get behind the Chicago Bears. And listen, I get it, right? I mean, nobody wants to root for Washington and Jay Gruden. He's a tool bag. Nobody wants to do it, right? Nobody honestly sits there outside of the half a dozen Redskins fans, especially now that they watch Daniel Jones come in. You know, every Redskins fans is like, come on, Case Keenum sucks so we can get Dwayne Haskins in there. Yeah, careful what you wish for. The truth is, Case Keenum is only completing, about 70% of his damn passes this year. He has not thrown a pick in 2 games. And here's the thing about the Washington Redskins, guys. They've played not 1 but 2 games against divisional rivals, guys that actually matter, teams that can actually win, teams like, the Philadelphia Eagles with Carson Wentz, as well as the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. 2 teams known for their high-powered offense. And you know what? Washington in the first half of both of those games hang tough. Man, they were good. They didn't lose those games because of Case Keenum. They lost the games because their defense wilted in the second half. They didn't play 4 quarters. They are not playing the Dallas Cowboys offense, nor are they playing the Philadelphia Eagles when healthy offense. They are playing a Mitchell Trubisky. If my first read isn't open, I am screwed Trubisky. And that's really what the situation comes down here tonight. On the road, great defense, but do you guys think the Washington Redskins defense is good enough to be able to confuse Mitchell Trubisky, whose QBR rating is in the tank, probably some of the lowest that we've seen thus far, outside of course, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Josh Rosen, and whatever the hell that high school kid was the New York Jets brought out to play yesterday against New England. The bottom line is, who do you trust more? A guy completing 70% of his passes and no interceptions through 2 games against divisional rivals, or Mitchell Trubisky, who quite honestly can't hit water if he fell out of a boat? He's averaging, 4.7 yards per pass, and they are also averaging 4.5 yards per run, that being the Chicago Bears. So the Chicago Bears are running and passing the same average every play. Completes 4.7 yards, runs for 4.5. At that point, I think Matt Nagy's already made the decision. Why in the hell am I going to risk throwing the ball and turning the ball over when I can just hand it off and get about the same yards per play? That's exactly what happened last week in that Denver game. 5.5 points. Woo, seems like a lot of points for a home team whose defense isn't as bad as people want it to be out the seam, and whose quarterback, has outperformed the guy on the other side who's got the defense. And yes, that defense is going to be good, but you want to back Mitchell Trubisky to score and win by what, 6? All right. Have a good time if you're doing it. Not me. I'm going to opt for something a little safer here tonight, I think, and that is, let's count on both of these offenses having their struggles being able to put the ball in the end zone, and let us count on little scoring here. Certainly, I think full game, first half, the full game line 41, first half line 21.5, 20.5, depending on the book. Again, shop the book, guys. Shop the number. You're betting numbers. You're not betting teams. I like the unders here tonight. I'm going to be safe. I'm going to be a homer. I do think that 5.5 points is extremely ridiculous and an overreaction to what Mitchell Trubisky is. I do think there is a public perception that somehow we're missing it with Mitchell Trubisky. Like, just give him time. He's going to be this great. Yeah. I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. I trust their running game. I trust them to eat up a lot of clock on offense. I trust David Montgomery. I trust Tariq Cohen. I trust a lot of, non-scoring plays that take place here tonight. Defenses will have some fun. Washington will do their best at home to try and mix up Mitchell Trubisky, which is not that difficult to do. And I do think that, we are going to have a back and forth here, battle of field goal kickers, field placement, a lot of long drives. I don't think there's going to be anything quick hitting about these two teams. And I would anticipate low scoring not only first half, which happens to be a theme, guys. By the way, if you guys haven't noticed here, primetime games, Monday night, Thursday night, right, Sunday night, first halves, all under. How about that game last night, huh, with the Rams and Cleveland? Was that not a yawn fest or what? Did you guys have a lot of fun watching that game there, watching Cleveland throw up all over themselves? The under first half, under in the game cashed. Going to have much of the same here tonight, guys. I really do believe. Not to mention you've also got refs here who have been told to throw a flag every chance that they get if they see any sort of offensive holding. They have thrown more offensive holding flags to this point in the season than they did actually in the history of the game. All we get is offensive holding flags. So that also slows momentum down. That also kind of 2 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of situation for offenses. And when you have two teams that don't necessarily light people up on the offensive side of the ball, Timing is important. Rhythm is important. And I don't see either of these two teams having that tonight. I'm back in the under. First half, under full game. Again, I still think way, way too many points to be trusting Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. They have the better team. Don't get me wrong. The Bears are the better team. I'd like them at home laying 3. And in all likelihood, I'd even like them on the money line. You want to lay 200? Go ahead. Be my guest. Lay $2 tonight and back the Chicago Bears. And then we're going to find out if you're really that convinced that the Bears are the better team here. They've got the better defense. They don't have the better quarterback. They've got some better weapons. But do you trust on the road the Chicago Bears to get the job done? If you do, lay the $2 and play it on the money line. If you don't, then you've answered your own question. I'm going to stay with the points. I'm going to bank on neither of these two guys being very good against these defenses. Give me the under. First half and full game here tonight in Monday Night Football. Also, again, want to remind you guys, if you have not done so already, check out our friends over at paperhead.com. And why paperhead.com? Well, let me explain to you. We just spent 5 minutes here talking about an unbelievable industry that is growing day and night here across this country. It's called sports betting. Yeah, it's become legal, too, in a lot of different states around this country. And what does it all mean? It means there's an opportunity for you, for me, and for anybody else that enjoys the sports betting. There's an opportunity for you guys to own your own sports book. And I know, Joe, I don't know about lines. You don't need any of it, guys. All you need to do is partner up with the right company that can help you from startup to finish to getting it set up, getting it going. Some of the best customer service in the business. That is what Paperhead does. That is what they offer. And, guys, the phone number is right there. You call them right now. All right, they will walk you through it. It is probably the simplest thing that you've ever seen. We've already heard from guys that are doing it part-time, and you've heard them right here on the show. We brought David on here last week. He has told you he's a chef, damn it. I mean, he's a chef, works at a restaurant bar, and he partnered up with Paperhead now. And, of course, the bar is filled with people that watch the games, and wouldn't you know it, they're all looking for a place to have a little fun, whether it be friends, whether it be coworkers, your roommates, whoever it may be. You've got the people right there. You've got a book of business right in front of you. You're hesitant because you don't know how to get it going. And I am telling you guys, it is the simplest thing in the world to do. Just call 1-888-762-2121. That's 888-762-2121. Everything. It is one-stop shop. They will have you set up, and I am telling you, 20 minutes. You guys will be set up, ready to go, ready to take your first action there and start building your book of business. All right? Yes, guys, it's all legal. It's all above board. It's all really simple. All you have to do is go into business for yourself and be like, you know what? Want to do this part-time. Want to do it full-time. Want to do it for family members who want to play. I want to do it for coworkers. If you're running those stupid office pools right now and you're running around like a lunatic every week, how simple is this? Check it out, guys. I'm telling you. 1-888-762-2111. And they will set you up. They will get you going at our friends from paperhead.com. Appreciate them very much. Also, our friends over at Sports Memo, where more free plays available tonight for you across the board. Major League Baseball as well tonight. Who do I like in Major League Baseball? Final week of the Major League Baseball season, and still games that matter here tonight. You've got the Tampa Bay Rays, who are still battling, and they're going up against the Red Sox here tonight. Julio Chacin for the Red Sox taking on Blake Snell, trying to get himself all ready for the Tampa Bay push to the playoffs. Their ace, who was on the IL there for quite a while this year, but pitched a couple of innings last time out, back on the mound tonight home. Tampa Bay, can they pull 3 wins out of the last 4 against the Red Sox? Can they do it? My ass fading Julio Chacin here and the Red Sox, who quite honestly have nothing but tee times to play for. But yes, very prideful, the Red Sox. I don't expect them to go down without a fight, but I do expect Julio Chacin to get lit up at home by the Rays lineup. I'd be laying the money line here tonight on this game, guys. Don't be afraid to lay money lines for the remainder of the year. There's a couple of games that I do like the money lines. The run lines, rather, in fact. That one being Tampa Bay. You can lay a minus a run and a half. I do believe Tampa Bay is going to win this game by more than one run. And I do believe the Mets, who are just grasping at their last bit of life here for the season. Steven Matz, who has been lights out at home, taking on the Miami Marlins. And, yeah, I do believe the Mets will come out there and they'll have a good time. We're talking about a Miami Marlins team that is 13-38 in its last 51 overall. They're 15-40 in the last 55 against the National League East. And, oh yeah, they're 18-40 in their last 58 against teams with winning records. Caleb Smith gets the start for the Miami Marlins here tonight. Love him, but he's also 1-11 in his last 12 in New York. Doesn't work out all that well for him. I do think the future trending in the right directions for the Miami Marlins, but I wouldn't include the next 24 hours in that future. Mets 5-2 in their last 7 at home, 8-1 of the last 9 against opponents with winning percentages under 400, which is what you've got with the Marlins here tonight. Don't overthink the room here, guys. The Mets are going to win this game. They're going to win it by multiple runs. Consider laying the run line minus a run and a half. You could have got it at minus 110 earlier today. Probably up to minus 135, 140, somewhere in that ballpark. So Tampa Bay run line, New York Mets run line, and if you're feeling frisky in the other couple of games, I do also think we're going to have an interesting pitching matchup here with between Zach Eflin and Patrick Corbin, Nats and Phillies. I would anticipate that goes under the 9 runs set up there tonight. I do think these two are going to go at it. I like the under first 5 in that game. I've bet that already. I think it's 5 runs. I think Corbin and Eflin go out. I think they've been pitching pretty damn well here. So I don't expect an awful lot of runs to be scored in the first 5 innings. I like the first 5 under in that game. And Adam Wainwright, the 100-year-old Adam Wainwright on the mound late game tonight. Cards, 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. The St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. And this is another one of those guys where what can you say about St. Louis? They're there again. Wainwright has been absolutely lights out in the month of September. He has been fantastic when I tell you. His last 14 starts, 12-2 in Wainwright's last 14 starts, 6-1 in his last 7 road starts, 4-1 in his last 5 starts against the Diamondbacks, also 4-1 in his last 5 at Arizona. Make no mistake about it, the Cardinals will remain hot. I think Wainwright absolutely dominates in this game. Alex Young, who he's going up against, 1-5. Yes, that's right. 1-5 in his last 6. I do think the Cardinals will roll in this game. I wouldn't be afraid necessarily to lay the run line in this either. I do think these teams want to continue momentum heading into the playoffs, especially the Cards, who have pretty much gone ahead and run away with the National League Central. So there you go, guys. You got a lot of games to wet your whistle here tonight. The appetite, if you will. Don't forget to check out SportsMemo.com. More free plays up there for you. We come back here each and every afternoon with more free plays for you, trying to break it down as baseball winds down. There'll be a full slate again tomorrow. We'll have some games. We'll be getting ready, of course, for Thursday night football this week. Green Bay against the Philadelphia Eagles. I have no idea who is going to catch passes for Carson Wentz on Thursday night, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Then, of course, Friday night college football, big battles going on this Friday. And then the weekend, we do it all over again. College football, NFL, here we go. Another week on the way. So make sure you guys are following us at Sports Memo. Make sure you're following our good friends over at Paperhead. It's at Get Paperhead, but make sure that you guys are picking up the phone and write this down and check it out, man. If you've ever wondered, how can you get into a billion-dollar industry, start your own business, and do it at your leisure, And, you got friends, you got coworkers, you got family members. Guys, it's simple. 888-762-2111. That's 888-762-2111. They will answer the phone. They will answer your questions. You can be set up in 20 minutes. Boom. Software, engagement, everything that you need to have a successful sportsbook business. It's just a phone call away. 888-762-2111. Guys, take advantage of it today. And, of course, no matter what you guys end up doing here tonight, as always, it's a pleasure. Good luck. I'm going under here tonight, guys. First half full game in this Redskins. I am not, under any circumstances, trusting Mitchell Trubisky or Case Keenum for that matter. So good luck no matter what you do. I do think it's a lot of points, but also give me the run line on the Tampa Bay Rays. Give me the run line on the Mets. And guys, cash some tickets, win some games, enjoy yourself. Come back and hit us up tomorrow. We'll get to do it all over again. In the meantime, have a good night, guys. Thanks for making us a part of your day. Make sure you're following everybody. Make sure you're following the links, too. Happy Monday, guys. Enjoy it. Good luck. We'll talk tomorrow.